Wij keren terug naar onze woning om daar de camera op te laden. Kijk.
Perfect. The battery is now fully charged. It's time for some nice photos.
Precies. En die foto's die gaan we dan weer maken bij Vlad.
The gate. What was Vlad supposed to do with it?
Welkom.
Kijken.
Zit.
Hij heeft ander haar nodig en een ander voedsel, werd er gezegd. Misschien moet hij een zonnebril opzetten.
Unfortunately placed...
Nee.
No, it would be... No, No. No.
Laten we kijken of een foto nu voldoende is. Nu gaan we die foto even laten zien aan de baas, meneer.
I have a candidate here for the role of Clint's sidekick. None other than the incomparable, unforgettable Vlad Popescu.
Vlad who?
Popescu. A scary movie veteran of the old school.
The old school.
Sorry, I have no idea who that is, unfortunately. A veteran, you say? So a pretty old guy? Do you happen to have a photo? His role is really not that demanding. If he fits visually, that's enough for me.
Yes, I have. Just a second.
The guy's Pat. Sorry, but he does it. A few years ago, I'm sure he used to. And back then, but in his current state, he would be...
Oh, that's... Vlad would have been...
That may be so, but I'm looking for a young actor.
We moeten ervoor zorgen dat Vlad er nog jonger uitziet. Hoe gaan we dat doen?
There's nothing to...
Hier moeten we iets mee dan. Misschien kan Ricky iets met die fringes.
I better find someone who looks better with this elegant long hair.
Find someone who looks better with his elegant long hair. Dan kunnen we hier niks mee.
Wouldn't it be great if that...
Elegant long hair.
No. No. Not necessarily.
Pretty ugly sunglasses. We moeten er dus voor zorgen dat die man er jonger uitziet. Misschien kunnen we een van die agenten nog fixen met iets. En hem een bril opzetten.
That would be funny. May I interrupt again?
Yes, what's up?
Thank you.
All right.
Misschien wil hij lang haar.
I better find someone who...
Of een coole zonnebril.
It's better if I don't display these
Of een
A
facelift.
moustache wouldn't go well. No. Mine. Still a...
En deze dude blijft ook gewoon verdwenen.
No, I don't want to... There's nothing... The puncture marks on the wallpaper around...
Een bad boy.
I kind of have a hunch that the overly correct...
Wil jij een coole zonnebril?
I really...
Wil jij lang haar?
I better find someone who...
Ja, ik denk die Vlad. Make sure Eddie finishes his stone bust. We moeten hem rejuvenaten.
Better not. I don't want to... What for? Nope, I've strictly... And that's...
Medium-sized wet package.
No. Unfortunately, placing the glasses here... Wouldn't it be great?
Ja, wat doen we met die zonnebril, hè? Wat doen we met een coole zonnebril?
Oh, the village in the... But that's what I thought too when I... And the hero of the game, as we all know. I hope the hero of this... To the movies. How good that every apparently this kind... No. Covering an infinitely deep abyss with a...
Kijk hoe we daar kunnen komen.
No. No, I don't...
Inderdaad een beetje de vraag, hè? Hoe gaan we dan daar komen? Misschien willen we die Indianen een coole zonnebril geven.
Unfortunately...
You again.
Hij heeft niks nieuws.
Can I?
I am not. Do you have...
I
So?
probably only... So, however, even...
I see.
Actually, during that, but it's all...
I see, but better pick a more challenging flick than... A cameo, otherwise you're just...
Well, at least my parents...
Do yourself and your parents a... And like I said...
Would you have... Surely...
Sure, no problem.
Do you really...
Of course not.
Oh.
Serious, the movie, especially, you need it, and I'll be...
Nee, deze man die gaat mij niet helpen.
I'll get...
Howdy, kid.
Hij nog wat nieuws? Nee.
Do you have any...
You wanna... You might have to do something with that. But you're...
You think you're...
No, kid. And I can't... Do you already...
My name's Whisk...
Nah. You need something... Something like...
Would...
Yeah.
And what...
All you need is good looks, a well-sounded name.
Would you help me get a foothold...
Knock. Just start. Maybe Jane. Because, you know, anything.
See you...
Klacht over mijn hairstyle, zegt hij. Nou, we zullen dan toch ook die stonemason moeten helpen.
Hard to say as I...
Yes?
How did that...
Why do you want it? The house? So it's a...
And if I ever... And a...
The sale, it's a... And that... This...
Ja,
That-
nee.
So... Oh, it... I... My... And...
I wish I
Dit
could...
had hij al lang
So...
gezegd.
If... yeah, I... Then... Yeah, so... And... Well...
You mean the group...
Yes, and
Hij
that...
moet
You...
even de...
Oh, and then...
Well then...
Thank... I just... Otherwise... Is there a...
dit ding afmaken.
Doesn't this...
Well, it's not... At least not until my house is sold.
You mean the burned ruin?
Yes. But the house... The house has what it takes to become... And the potential buyer...
That seems...
Nonsense. The headline will then read something like... Clueless, extreme...
Weren't you yourself to blame?
Such unimportant details, but what exact...
Whether you can really live here in your greenhouse?
Well, I don't want to comment on the toilet. All I really miss is... That being said, it's nice and warm here,
Then you assume that your fire ruin...
Yes, of course.
Not really. My future house for my 100 cats in...
If you...
That's alright. Am I right in thinking that the light in here in the greenhouse...
Yes, you're absolutely right. And fortunate...
Isn't the wall only about...
Yes, it is. But due to the viewing angle, you would have to stand...
I think that's...
You are quite an...
This statement is...
Well, that's rather...
Sorry.
Good. And I think... Is there any...
Je moet het even afmaken,
That's
dit
good.
die sculpture. Dat zit er niet in, blijkbaar.
Well, good or rather.
Dan denk ik dat we hier het meeste toch wel gehad hebben.
Yes.
Do you have some hair?
You mean
Yes?
and
Yes?
do you want in
Couldn't you do...
your hair does not obviously the cut of your dyed
I am...
the shut up the dandruff on your and the now are
You mean that?
I'll come. All right. Always ready to advise.
That's all.
Just
Wouldn't it be great if that... No. I'm afraid I have more of a talent.
Ja, waar gaan we die black fringes van
No.
mee gebruiken? Als we dat niet met Vlad kunnen gebruiken.
The skull's creepy enough. That doesn't really... Something tells me that the... I don't want to I probably just... I don't want... What was Vlad supposed... Unfortunately... This...
Wat willen we hiermee doen? Here in mansion. Want we willen hem jonger laten lijken, maar dat kan dus niet met de dingen die wij hebben. Mary zoekt een bad boy. Ja. Make sure Eddie finishes his stone bust. Hier zijn we ook allemaal al mee bezig. Ja, we moeten alleen Vlad nog zien te helpen.
The horror cinema...
Tell me up nowadays.
Don't forget the crazy little kids who tried to turn their pet...
Well, that in horror was based above all. It was not a loud scream in the distance. Nothing was quite apart from the fact.
Personally, I'm more of a fan of true ghosts, although I have to admit that the Twilight Saga...
I'm glad to hear that.
Sorry, when I think...
That's all right. Vincent Price was indeed and I an asked that
Like Guillermo del Toro.
the horse apart from the
Oh, the flick will make you...
sounds, my young friend.
Oh, yeah, the orphanage is a rather sad...
No, unfortunately, no one wants this. The only thing I have left to look for. I'm a...
Oh, I would find... Well, I admit I have... When I first spotted your silhouette from the wall below, I had to summon up all... And if I hadn't been on... I'm sure that there are still one or two direct... And I would recommend you directly for Susie Longbottom's hamster spider.
Thank you. In fact, and maybe it would be a... Maybe...
That does sound like it. And I'm convinced the...
Do you really think so?
The bet...
Well, then I'd with a bit
I'm absolutely...
is...
I have...
See?
Ik wil hem die
Wat
pruik
was het?
geven, maar hij doet daar niks mee. Brown spray paint. Misschien moeten we die foto even laten zien aan Ricky.
I don't think Ricky has any use for biped...
Nee. Dat heeft hij niet. Misschien kan Alfredo nog iets betekenen. Of dat is man en steegje terug is. Nee, nog steeds niet.
No.
Lifelike doll rolled up in a blanket.
There's nothing... No, it would be the wrong... It's better if I don't... No.
Kunnen we ook weer niks mee, hè? Alfredo.
Welcome back, my young.
Do you really?
You? As a
Yes. Because
yes, so as a pizza boy, I think you the looks. This is a real
pizza boy.
nonsense, and I would and
Dit hebben
There
we ook
really
al
is a
gezegd, hè?
sort of, and it but that as a pizza boy, you and I yeah,
Sure you don't want to put me.
and you are funny. You should really you
Are you
not that, but if it's bad and
topless photos?
you are so and is there a
About
yes? You have to be
no. Well, you really. That's
nonsense and bad
Dat is
and
allemaal
is
niks
that why
nieuws,
you
hè?
fling the pizza dough to the?
that's right. And is required.
That somehow
Stop it. Can you where?
one of my earliest and I
I bet, but and
of course.
you will is that.
So
Yeah, thanks. Back my with
you really
attic deal.
and
Yeah, Fred.
Niks
and
interessants.
yes, but
Ja.
and what about beef?
I have no, and I have, and
I think that's great.
yes, and my
And the saying goes
shoot, but
later.
great is that
Now could I please
why? Of course,
24?
I sent a vegan, and this is the and
Too bad. I was hoping.
well, maybe when employees are entitled to a
After all, choosing a profession is.
of just let me know when you're. Is there anything?
Thank you.
Of course, you are all.
En we kunnen helemaal niks meer met Alfredo.
I wonder if Alfredo has to eat. I think when the mouse moved in under Alfredo, but I felt the same way when the Burger King next to my apartment, but it was better that way.
Kunnen we opnieuw die pen vullen?
Good idea. By the way, that every adventure.
Ja. Oh, die pen hadden we natuurlijk
Great.
al een keer
And
gevuld.
smell.
Ready to write. Long black fringes.
No, I don't. That doesn't. This. No, it would be. No,
Daar kunnen we allemaal niks mee, hè. Wat kunnen we dan nog wel met die long black fringes als we dat niet aan die dude moeten geven? Ja, we zijn bijna overal al geweest, hè. Distillery, moeten we nog iets distillen? Ook niet, hè.
No, I don't want to smear the board. No.
Ja.
Stay away with. I'm pretty sure that the water in the glass is.
The glasses don't hold on.
It would be my. Hey! I'm not a gold.
Is that so? Alright.
Kunnen we ook niks mee, hè, met die man. Nee. Nee. Wat moeten we dan met die fringes doen? Die lange zwarte haren. Wie maken we daar blij mee?
Looks like that. I will never understand.
Kunnen we nog met die Beware of the Dogs zijn? Nee, ook
A
niet,
warning
hè.
sign.
Al die open ramen, dollarteken. A deceptively realistic white cat made out of plush. Kan ik hier nog achterlangs? Oh nee, dat is gewoon de uitgang.
Clearly the same. The money
Valuable exhibits.
Yes, my friend.
Hij heeft ook niks nieuws meer, hè? Nee.
That's all. I better find someone who looks better with this elegant long hair.
Maar wie? Maar wie? Je zou toch zeggen, die Vlad, maar... Die doet daar ook niks mee. Ben jij een kat?
Off the top of my head, I don't know how to make Mary. I also imagine it at least the feed cop. I better find some. Are you still looking for the great love? I might have a candidate here. Vlad Popescu.
Vlad isn't he like, I would prefer
Oh well, was worth a try. Then I'll keep looking.
That's sweet of you. Scott with...
Oh, ik kan gewoon van iedereen foto's gaan maken. En dan haar gaan shippen. Met de bad boys. Goeie foto's hoor. Ik heb achievements voor het maken van deze foto's. Jongen, 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 jongen. Dus ik kijken of deze man een bad boy genoeg is.
Are you still looking? I might. Captain Paulie.
Captain Paul.
Actually.
A policeman? No thank. You know, cops are too...
Oh well. Then I'll.
That's sweet, Scott Whisker.
Een bad guy. Wie dan? Ricky. Telt hij als een bad guy?
I better let Mary work. I.
Oh, die wil hij niet zien. Deze dan.
Are you still? I'm sorry.
No,
Oh well.
that's Scott.
Een crimineel. En waarom is die veterinarian niet thuis? Ask me about slice the ice. Er is trouwens wel iemand die ook hier op het bord stond, toch? Bij die criminelen, die Axel.
A true. Oh, and his eyes red. The typical
Axel's cat.
with her face.
Yeah, Axel
Didn't I meet him
Friedrich.
on the bus yesterday?
We hebben hem ontmoet. Hij is een crimineel.
No.
Hij is een crimineel. Misschien wordt ze daar blij van.
Are you still? I'm Axel.
Oh, but I prefer men with a body. Only
yeah.
one head. No matter how good looking.
Oh well. Then I'll.
That's Scott Whisker.
Een body nodig.
No, I don't want.
Hoe maken we een body? Dan moeten we denk ik die dollbody halen uit die prullenbak. En dat was bij de pizzeria. Kunnen we die met een stok eruit halen?
That doesn't really. That would. Wouldn't it be great if that.
Hoe halen we die eruit?
No.
Lifelike doll rolled up in a
I
blanket.
could swear the foot. There was some polluter dumping. At least. The sign said the cellar seat maybe up.
Waarom is er niemand? Waarom is er niemand? Overal gepraat. Kan Dwight toch iets betekenen?
May I?
But and you are...
I would like
Why? I would...
package
A pack... Good.
Dan gaat hij weg. Dan kan hij die computer
No longer
gebruiken.
necessary. I should check. I hope I'm not... No, I should check. I hope...
Ja, daar kunnen we allemaal ook niks mee. Ja, hij moet dit werk afmaken. Maar dat schiet niet op. Kunnen we daar zelf nog mee helpen?
Unfortunately, my talent... But Eddie would...
A hammer? I thank...
I wonder what the skull...
Moet ik naar huis gaan en even gaan slapen misschien? Nee,
Looks...
dat is het ook niet. Hier worden we allemaal niet wijzer van.
Here's looking... That would... My shower.
Alfredo's Pizzeria. Want de vraag is dus, hoe krijgen wij die Vlad aantrekkelijker? Dat is de vraag. Hoe krijgen we Vlad aantrekkelijker? Met wie? Met wat? Hoe gaan we dat doen? Deze man moet klaar zijn. Hard aan het werk, die man. Oh eens. Zijn hamer breekt. Terwijl ik hier sta te wachten. Ik heb een nieuwe hamer voor je. Hier.
A hammer? It looks quite stable.
Ja.
It is. A real professional tool.
Really? Sounds indeed like a tool that I could use well. The chisel you gave me is unfortunately the death of my hammers from the Amazon order of the 100 people.
Death?
Yes. I suspect that the high-quality
Gebruik de
steel of
hamer.
the stone chisel is not compatible with the low-quality steel of my Amazon hammers. If my cheap chisels used to break after a few blows, now it's the cheap hammers that shatter into 1,000 pieces after a few blows. It's so frustrating.
Well then, try my hammer here. As I said, it's a high-quality professional tool.
And you would just give it to me?
Why, of course. I'm dying to see which actor is hiding behind the facade of stone.
Then I guess the only thing left to do is to thank you again. Good. Let's see if your hammer is any good.
We zullen eens even kijken of dit werkt. Sometime later. Het ziet er
Can this
bijzonder uit.
be? Is this really? This is indeed the unforgettable, the unique Mr. Spock! Fascinating! Wow! And in the future, I am...
Deeply impressed. Hij heeft wel een grote neus. Kunnen we daar een bril op zetten?
I'm curious if Spock's long nose really provides the necessary support for this mask. Well, this may be a bit unconventional, but these funny glasses could be just the certain extra that Eddie wants for his statue. Symbolic of Leonard Nimoy's great sense of humour. And anyone who's seen him in Futurama knows exactly what I'm talking about. Now I just need an idea to symbolise Spock's cool detachment.
Cool detachment. Een zonnebril is cool.
I really don't want to...
Kunnen we die glazen eruit halen? Een
Good.
schaar.
The lenses of the glasses
Yeah.
are probably the only stylish thing about this model anyway. I hope I won't saw off a finger now.
Doen we die zonnebrilglazen in de bril op het ding.
Oops, the frame of the glasses has unfortunately not survived this attempt.
Dan laten we hem er
But I
even
do not
cool
think that this is a
uitzien.
greater loss for mankind. At least I was able to save the lenses.
Eyeglass lenses.
Let's see if I can get the glasses into the mask without cutting off a finger. I should become an optician! I definitely have a talent for such delicate work. The glasses fit like a glove. And the mask is now a shining symbol of both Leonard Nimoy's unforgettable humour and his cool detachment. I think Eddie will be very pleased.
Ik hoop het. Eddie, ben je pleased?
Yes?
Congratulations on your first work in stone! And if I may add, I find Spock excellently done. Both his profile, his cool attachment, and his humour were perfectly depicted.
Thank you very much. Yes, I can be quite satisfied with my first commissioned
Precies,
work,
dan
can't
kun je
I?
nu aan het werk aan de
Even though I
totempaal.
had to rely on your help for the final result. However, I hope it's okay with you if I keep quiet about your participation in the whole work.
Why sure, that's absolutely no problem. Creating such a work is much more impressive when you say you did it alone. If I develop a video game someday, I'll also claim that I developed it on my own. And then I'd certainly keep quiet about the 2 dozens of helpers needed without any remorse.
Thank you for understanding.
But of course, Chief Engineer Montgomery Scott of the Starship Enterprise always acted as if he alone would keep the Enterprise alive.
Enterprise? I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with science fiction. I actually only watch The Blacklist on Netflix. At least I did when I still had a TV.
Well, you should be able to easily afford a new TV with the fee of your first work in stone.
I very much hope so. But of course, only provided my customer shares your enthusiasm.
I'm firmly convinced of that. Who did you say your customer was? I would love to have a little chat with him about Star Trek. The fans in my circle of friends still wear their mother's homemade costumes to conventions. No one owns a penthouse with a stone bust of Leonard Nimoy in the foyer.
Sorry, I already mentioned it. My customer appreciates the anonymity.
Too bad. Not even a hint? Possibly one of the current Spock actors?
No. My customer is also an older man. And he's also an actor, singer, book author, and an eccentric by any other name. I mean, who else would put a stone bust of their dead friend in their penthouse?
Dead friend?
Forget it. I have already clearly said too much.
Ooh. I have a hunch about who it is. And yes, I also had the honour to meet him at a science fiction convention.
Well, I'm happy for you, my boy. Is there anything else?
Nou, actie.
Would you
A movie?
Well, a western is current. There's a... And I...
A western? But yes, you are... And the totem pole...
Why
Why not?
Precies.
Am I
Werken, jongen.
correct in assuming that I do not have to expect payment?
You guessed right. I think the movie can just about keep its head above water on budget. But this doesn't mean that it's an inferior production. I think the director, Mr. Pollock, has some talent to show.
I'm glad to hear that. Well, all right.
Kijk, ga jij
Then I'd
lekker
say I'll
werken?
take a closer look
Gaan wij
at
daarna
said
naar
totem
Vlaar?
pole and get to work.
Great!
Where exactly do I have to go again? You said the movie set would be nearby.
Ja, klopt.
Yeah, exactly. Do you know the collapsed viaduct a few villages away?
You bet. The damn bridge was almost my undoing the other day when I wanted to go into the forest to pick some mushrooms. And I almost fell into the abyss with my bicycle at dawn.
Oops.
Gevaarlijke
But I have
man.
good
Gevaarlijke
news.
man.
The abyss has been professionally bridged in the meantime, so you can get to one side safely without having to take a detour 10 villages away.
Really? Fine. I guess I'll be on my way right away and take a closer look at this magnificent piece of wood.
Doe
When
jij
do
dat
you ever
eens?
get a chance to carve on a totem pole in this country?
Well then, I wish you every success. I'm curious about the result.
Thank you, my young friend.
Hebben we die
And
man ook weer mooi
also,
geholpen.
thank you for this great opportunity.
It's a pleasure.
See you later.
Sometime later, not far away. Met zijn schort. Nog later. Zo. Respect. Respect.
Whoa! You just appeared out of nowhere in front of me. Are you a magician?
Very funny. Tell me, have you been waiting for me here all this time?
No.
I had already wondered.
I slept a little in your makeshift bed back there.
Excuse me? You slept in my bed?
Well, you had disappeared for quite a while. And the bed, contrary to expectations, was quite comfortable. But this isn't about me. Were you able to finish carving the totem pole on the movie set?
Indeed, I was.
Great!
And it was really interesting work. I think the director of the movie, Mr. Pollock, knows his stuff. He had an amazingly profound knowledge of how the totem pole should look. He was of great help to me.
Yeah, even though the movie itself might be pretty trash, Mr. Pollock's a real pro.
I forgot to ask him when the movie, and by that I mean the wood and paint ad, will be released. Do you have any idea?
Sorry, no clue. To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if the flick ended up directly on Netflix. A romantic horror western is exactly the kind of program that the hip Netflix community expects.
Netflix? Really? I love Netflix. I always watch the Blacklist on there.
Well, that was just a guess. I can't imagine that any cinema will include this movie in their program.
Oh, I see. Well, let's hope for the best. But I would also be quite happy with Netflix. Then the whole world can admire my totem pole.
Precies.
And I'll be overwhelmed with orders.
Well, then I wish you good luck. I'd best go on the movie set right now and see the result for myself.
Good. And when you're back here, we'll talk about why it's not okay to sleep in other people's beds.
Goed onderwerp. Dan gaan we deze video hier afronden. En dan hebben we eigenlijk alleen nog Vlad te gaan. En we zouden hem nog wat jonger moeten laten lijken. En misschien moeten we gewoon zijn haar bruin verven. Laten we dat in de volgende video proberen. Ik zou zeggen, graag tot dan. Joejoe.